FDA meets this week to discuss the future of COVID-19 booster shots, and here right now to share his thoughts is Dr. Todd Ellerin, Dr. T, Chief of Infectious Diseases and Social Health. Great to see you, Dr. T.
You too, guys.
Hi, Doctor. Let's take a look at the list of Americans now eligible to get that second booster shot. And here it is. It includes anyone 12 or older who is moderately or severely immunocompromised. Also, any adult age 50 and older. And finally, any adult who received Johnson & Johnson for both their primary dose and booster. In your opinion, are there any other groups who should be added to that list right now?
Maria, I think that's a very reasonable list that the FDA and the CDC have put forth. Basically, they're focused on the higher risk patients, and we know that the boosters, most importantly, are reducing severe infection, severe illness. So I think that's a good list for now.
Dr. T, so far that second booster shot has not been authorized for the general public. So do you expect that to change anytime soon?
Right, and that's what tomorrow's meeting with the FDA and many other, smart people from around the world are going to gather to figure that out. I do think ultimately that we're likely going to need periodic boosters, perhaps on an annual basis. I guess it's possible that the most immunocompromised people could need it more than that. But the truth is, this is a murky area. We don't know exactly. Does it need to be annually? Yeah. Does it need to be every 2 years? So that remains to be seen.
Yep.
Doctor, it's been about 6 months now since thousands of Massachusetts residents got their first booster. I mean, I don't know how you can answer this, but do you believe they're still protected from COVID, or has that booster protection waned?
So there's definite waning immunity, Maria, and we're more vulnerable now against infection. But remember, boosters, even the primary vaccination series, the first booster, the second booster, they all really work well to protect us against severe illness. But one thing that's very important that I think is going to be discussed tomorrow, it's almost a philosophical type of issue. Is our major goal going to be to try to reduce mild infections, mild illness, which seems like it's not necessarily realistic right now, because with each successive mutation and the passage of time, the vaccines have become less effective. But if the goal is to try to reduce severe illness, now there's something that we're actually doing a very good job about, and that may be what is they're able to think about and decide when the next booster is going to be necessary and for which population.
So, Dr. T, let's keep going down that road. The FDA advisory group says that it hopes to outline a vaccine plan to manage COVID in the years ahead. So do you think we know enough yet about the virus and how it mutates to be able to do that?
I think we know enough, but we still need to learn more. One of the issues, Ed, is that with influenza, we know when the flu season is going to come. And we have about a 9-month time period where we can develop the vaccines, make sure we have the right, targets and the right variants that go into the vaccines. The problem with COVID is it's hit us in such rapid fire. Every 4 to 5 months, we get a new variant. And at this point, it's really unlikely that we can get, even with the new mRNA platforms or the adenoviral vector platforms, it's hard to get vaccine out and into our arms in a 4 to 6 month period. So I think that's part of the problem right now. We don't want to, I don't think the future is about us chasing variants. Ultimately, what we need is to develop more universal type of vaccines that have multiple variant sequences in them, rather than just trying to chase one variant.
Right.
Dr. Todd Ellerin. Doctor, thank you so much. Be well.
Great to see you, Dr. G. Take care.